All right, everyone. Welcome to the Virtual Agent Academy. Let's get started. Thank you, everyone, for joining. As always, please visit our community forum for Virtual Agent and NLU. Find the latest content we have, ask questions, give answers. And then if you're watching on YouTube and you like what you're seeing, go ahead and click that like or subscribe button. All our academies are recorded and published to YouTube within the week, so you can always go back to review all our past academies and share them to your colleagues and friends and coworkers and whatnot. A brief note about community forum: we have recently updated our quick start guides and our FAQs to San Diego, so take a look at that. If you're new, if you're just joining us on the San Diego release, as always, welcome. Got to give a shout out to Knowledge. Knowledge is coming, so please register. Join us in person if you can. We also have a digital experience if you can join us with all our content, all our keynotes available to you right at your fingertips. I myself will be at The Hague, May 11th and 12th, and in Las Vegas, May 25th and 26th. Come find me and say hello. I'll probably be roaming a booth that has a virtual agent, so look out for a chatbot, and you'll probably find me there as well. All right, so today's topic is a long time coming, and I've wanted to do this one for a while. It's how to use AI search, excuse me, what a morning, using AI search and other search tools with the virtual agent. As some of you may know, virtual agent is a powerful tool that resolves your users' questions and situations. But if a virtual agent can't serve you your particular solution, then we have a variety of search tools to provide your users with the answers that they want. And how to configure that and what we want to do with those, we will jump right into now. Here's our agenda. So some start-off tips before we get started. You got to have, you should maintain a good catalog and knowledge base. So, the better your data, the better the results, obviously. So with a good catalog and knowledge base, it's a good way for the AI search or the contextual search to provide your users with the most relevant results and with up-to-date results. So maintaining your data sets is important. Please, please, please install search as a fallback. We are surprised, or you may be surprised that sometimes fallback ends up being just that message. I'm sorry, I can't help you. Please ask something else. But you can in fact replace that with a search fallback. So rather than just giving you a message, you can actually automatically run your search experience instead as the fallback. So please install search as your fallback topic and custom greetings and setup. And we will go over that momentarily. It's a good opportunity when a user types something, they usually run into a fallback or run into a search experience if the virtual agent can't find something. But you could probably try to avoid that in the first place by suggesting effective user utterances. So I know sometimes users may type things that are too short, type things are too long, and as a result, our NLU engine or your keyword search might not pick up on anything useful, so they send to a search fallback. But in your greeting, if you say, hey, for example, you can type request a MacBook Pro, your users will know to type request a MacBook Pro instead of just MacBook or a long paragraph, which basically means they want to request a MacBook. So, there are ways to avoid fallbacks altogether by suggesting effective user utterances, either in your outbound outreach to your users, as well as within your greetings yourself. So AI search, which we'll be discussing, is now available. It has been available since Quebec. I know in past releases you've had to request AI search for your instance, but no longer. If you are on a San Diego release, AI search is automatically provisioned to you. If not, then you should just log an incident or a case, and our team will, ServiceNow will provide the enable AI search for your instance. But it is available in the platform for if you're on standard SKUs and up. For NLU-powered search experiences, and that may include Genius results and some other search experiences, that will require a Pro or Enterprise subscription, so just be on the lookout for that. All right. So today's exercise, we will cover 3 topics, maybe not in this order, but we'll cover AI search, we'll cover FAQ because we haven't covered that before, and then if there's time, we'll cover contextual search, which is the oldest but still very reliable search experience. So before that, I'm going to launch a poll, and I hope this works. Hope Zoom does this well for me. Yes. Please take a look at the poll. First question, very important. Have you registered for K22 yet? I hope it's a 100% yes there. And then number 2, perhaps more relevantly, and perhaps it'll allow me to tailor or flavor my the upcoming exercises. Which search tool are you currently using with Virtual Agent? Is it AI search? Is it contextual search, or neither? And if it's neither, then this academy, of course, is for you and your team. I'm sorry if, oh yes, the third option for question number 1 is meant to be no, but there are no no's. So feel free to register. If I haven't mentioned already, the digital experience is free of charge. So there should be no reason not to register, at least for the digital experience. And then you can always go back and view these videos later. So please, yeah, take a look at the poll. I'll close it in about 10 seconds. So get your answers in there. Response is about 50% right now. Ooh, 51, 53. 5 more seconds. Okay, thank you. In the interest of time, I'm going to close it in a couple seconds here. I'll close it right now. A lot of good responses here. I'll share the results, actually. So yeah, have you registered at K22? A lot of yeses, great. A lot of I plan tos, also great. And then number 2, a good. Actually, I'm surprised that AI search is beating contextual search, which is a good thing. I like that. But a lot of folks are using neither, and I hope we can change that moving forward. So let's move on. So I'll cover this more in detail a bit, but this is basically the AI search configuration for Virtual Agent. I'll pause on this slide because I can imagine a lot of people are taking screenshots of their screen right now, but don't worry, will be on YouTube as well. But let's first enable AI search. In order to do that, I'm going to jump into my instance. All right, and I am going to go to the conversational home page. Now, hopefully y'all can still see my screen as I shared screen. If not, let me know. The first thing you want to do is there'll be a button here called Request AI Search if you do not have it already. But since I do, it's not here anymore because that problem's been solved. But if you haven't requested it yet, go ahead and request AI Search, and then you can just find out whether or not it's enabled for you if you go to AI Search status. Okay, and you'll see here AI Search is ready. Congratulations, you can review a guided setup, and you can also install the AI search management tool. So if you haven't already, please, if you have AI search, but you haven't installed the AI search tool, do that, because it gives you things like, you can preview your search, you can test searches, you can do a bunch of cool things with that. So, be on the lookout for that. So the next thing we're going to do is ensure, as I just mentioned, to install search as a fallback. So to do that, I'm going to go back to the home page here, and I'm going to go to the setup my greetings. And if you're in a previous instance, such as Rome, this is basically custom greetings and setup. I'm going to go to the default chat experience. And I'm going to make sure under setup topics that my AI search fallback contains the AI search fallback topic, okay? And then my fallback contains the search fallback topic, okay? This is what I meant earlier. If you just have fallback topic here, it's going to give you that, that blank or that text message. We don't want that. We want the search fallback topic. So go ahead and replace that. It's not there out of box, but you have to do that on your own. But once you do, you get contextual search automatically if an intent is not found, or if a topic is not found for what your user typed. Okay. Now, something else I will mention, but will not go over too much in depth, is search mapping. So search mapping determines the search application configuration, which is a Virtual Agent default search application. You don't need to touch this. This is this is as is. And then the search UI, also known as EVAM configuration for Virtual Agent search. So this configures which search application to use. Again, don't need to touch this. This configures what your search results look like. And again, you don't need to touch this unless you really want to change the appearance of your Genius results or change the appearance of your search results. We're not going to cover that, but that is for your own to discover. Must be a fan of JSON to touch that. Okay, so that is how you set up the AI search and the contextual search for your virtual agent. Okay, now let's jump into how to configure AI search itself, at least in the context of setting it up for virtual agent. Okay, so I'm going to return to this slide and I'm going to walk through all of this. And as you'll notice, you start with the search application, which I just showed you is the VA default search application, and that's going to contain things such as details such as this. Your search app contains a search profile, and your search profile will contain your search sources and your Genius results, and your search sources contain your index sources. And the search profile is what you publish, this index source is what you index, and then the Genius results is what you activate. Okay, and we're going to go over that right now. So I'm going to go back into my instance here, and I'm going to start with the search application, right? So I type search application. This should be under AI search. Okay, now, here are my search apps. I can theoretically replace VA default search in custom groups with any one of these if I wanted to, or my own if I want to create my new one, but there's no need. So within this VA search default application, this uses the service portal default search profile. Okay, I'm going to click into that. And for those of you who have configured AI search before, this is probably all familiar to you. But here I have my search sources, synonyms, stop words, typo handling, Genius results, and result improvement rules. And I've done some boost action here. The only thing that we're going to worry about is search sources and Genius results. So search sources, the first thing I want to click on is service portal knowledge bases. So this is obviously my search source being knowledge, right? And some conditions are here. I only want knowledges related to X, Y, and Z. I actually removed a lot of quite a few of the conditions to increase my matched records. I wanted more KB articles as opposed to fewer. That's why I have 51 here. Because I removed some of these conditions. My index source, if I were to click into this, is obviously my knowledge base table. Oops, there we go. Again, relax some conditions here. And then here are my child tables, FAQ, how to, these are all, I believe these are all child tables of KB knowledge. I'm not a knowledge expert, but I'm just inferring there. But my main source is KB knowledge, and that's all well and good. So if I were to make any changes to these search sources or these index sources, I need to make sure that I not only update here, but in index sources there was an index all tables button. You need to click that to make sure that AI search captures all that. Okay. So that's where you index your search sources. And the next thing I'll show you is Genius results. So catalog items should be defaulted to true. Q&A, which is also not, also known as knowledge base. This one was not defaulted to true for me, so you may have had to do that. In order to do that, I just click into Q&A. It says read only, but you can actually change your active status via this UI action here. If you click that, this will go from inactive to active. I've done that here, and that's how you do that. Okay. So that's how you configure AI search very, very briefly. Oh, the last thing, of course, is, if you make any changes to anything in here, got to publish those changes, click publish, click update, and that way your state will change from, I think, pending to published. So, that's that. Great. I suppose I'll pause. I'm about to go back into the designer to show you the topic block. Before I do, I'll pause if there are any questions. Okay, if not, I will go back to here. So let's see. So I'll show you what the default, let's see. So there is an AI search topic block, and I'll show you that, but you can't that's read only. So, don't need to touch it, it's there. But you can use this topic block to run AI search in either an existing topic, or if you want, in this very mock example, you can drag in AI search into a brand new topic. What I've done here, I've actually just taken the AI search fallback topic, the one I configured in custom greetings and setup, and I've duplicated it so I can actually click around, because the other one is read only. This one I've duplicated it. It's no longer read only. This is an AI search topic block. And I don't know why it says select, but obviously it should be, it should be VA search default application, but you can change it here if you like. Whoops. Yeah, there it is. Genius results, search metadata, all well and good. Okay, so now let's go ahead and test this thing. I will not that. I will go to test active topics, and hopefully, because I shared my desktop, you can see my pop-up designer tester. If not, give me a holler. So this is my greetings. I'm going to type something, let's say someone just types bereavement leave. And I don't have a topic for this. You can tell that, but it will run AI search, and here are my my search results. I can tell I ran AI searches because in my variables, topic block ran AI search, send some variables over. This is the search result, basically in some format, maybe JSON, maybe something else. Let's ask something else. Let's just type something, something like Windows, which also I know has no topic. This time I get a genius result. This is what a genius result looks like. And if I were to click request this item, it'll take me to portal to request the item. But genius results, you can tell, very rich, image, text, what have you. So that is what a genius result looks like. Okay. So the next thing I want to show you is a new feature in San Diego called search metrics. Okay, so if I go to the conversational dashboard, which I also hope you've all installed and are using, where is it? Maybe dashboard is better. Yeah. You can actually measure. Yeah, you can actually measure here under user search metrics what folks are clicking, not clicking, or searching, not searching, etc. You can tell there have been some testing in here, both for AI search, contextual search, and topic links. Yeah, I launched obviously a lot from dynamic greeting, but if folks launched search experiences from other topics, they would show up here as well. Okay, so that's a San Diego feature. Cool. I'll pause again. So that's all I had on AI search. I'll pause here for any questions before I go into the next topic. Okay, if not, I'll go to the next topic, which is FAQ Builder. So I've left contextual search for last, but FAQ Builder was a Quebec feature. So let's see, where do I start? So yeah, FAQ, going out of order. So the FAQ Builder essentially is basically if a user types a question that more or less matches an FAQ that you've already written in your knowledge base, it'll just present the answer automatically without, just directly. So how do you configure that? So the first thing you need to do is to install the Knowledge Management Advanced Installer plugin. That allows you to create FAQ article template types. And I'll show you what that looks like. If I were to go to KB Knowledge, what did I do here? Maybe if I spelled things better, it would. Yeah. So you see a bunch of knowledge articles, but you see I've also created a FAQ about corporate cell phone plans, and it looks something like this. Basically very easy. What's my question and the answer, right? So now if I go back to designer, we actually have an FAQ topic block, which I can drag into. Again, I can either make my own topic called just a topic block, which I'll show you in a moment, or I could, of course, always drag it into an existing topic, right? So I've created an FAQ topic here. All it is a query, what's your question, and the FAQ topic block, which pulls in as a query, you guessed it, the input variable of what the user types into here. Okay, so if I were to test this, and I'll type something similar to the question. It doesn't have to be exact, obviously, but I'll just type like, what is my corporate cell phone plan? So plan, I wonder if that does it. There you go. There's the answer. No fuss, no huss, straight to it. Okay. And if I wanted to read the full article, it'd be a very short article. I can click there and it would launch my knowledge base. So again, that's a Quebec feature. If you use FAQs, great tool to have, get straight to the point, right? If you don't use FAQs, but you have like a KB articles, a 50 FAQ question in there, it may be good just to like, import them into FAQ records, or to, take some time to put them in, build this very easy topic, and then there you go. You've got FAQs ready to go at your user's fingertips. Okay. Awesome. Any questions on FAQ before I go to the last topic? Okay. Last but not least, let's see. Contextual search. It is the tried and true method. If anything, you should use contextual search. That is available to every customer, bar none, or overall. And in terms of configuration, there's not much to do except what I just showed you. Just pull in the search fallback into your into your custom greetings and setup as your fallback topic. And then, of course, we have a contextual search topic block, which is found in many out-of-box topics delivered by ITSM. You can also use it yourself in your own topics. So I'll show you. Let's see. Did I create a alt? Yeah, I did. I duplicated the search fallback topic so that is not read-only, so I can click into here and show you stuff. Here's a topic block. And the one configurable thing I wanted to show you is the context. Okay, so this is a sysid of a search context. And where do you get this search context? I will show you. It is from the search context table. I will paste it to chat. Oops. Let me send this to everyone. And I'll show you what that looks like. It is this. And these are the search contexts that you can use in either in contextual search or Zing search overall, but it is also used in the virtual agent topic block for the search fallback. And the one that virtual agent uses out of box is incident deflection, which has both your knowledge, your catalog, and pinned, which I imagine are pinned items. I'm not exactly a search expert in that realm, but if I chose to, I can replace that sysid. This was a sysid of what you saw in the topic block. If you look at the lower right hand or the lower bar there, that's the sysid. I can theoretically replace that sysid with anything in here. If I wanted knowledge only, if I wanted catalog only, if I wanted my own thing, like if I were to click in incident deflection, I'm not going to edit this, but I can edit this with different searchers, which is basically the contextual searches version of search sources. I could basically create my own search experience if I chose to. But in virtual agents context, that's where you configure the search context for your virtual agent search fallback. Okay, and if I suppose I can run this as a, oh wait, that's AI search. Where's my alt search? I can, I don't think it'll let me take in an input, but I think it needs an input which would be gotten from the previous topic. But anyway, you can today easily replace your fallback with search fallback, give it a test, and it'll look up your catalog and knowledge. But I will return to this page and remind you, please maintain a good knowledge or catalog and knowledge base so that your users do get good search results there. Cool. Wow, I am on time. I have 5 minutes for Q&A. Again, don't forget to visit our community forum. Don't forget to take our survey after this session. Again, tell your friends and family about it, this and everything. I'll now pause for questions, and I'll also read, try to read the chats and the Q&As. Jamie asks, does that display the entire FAQ or just a relevant line? That displays the entire FAQ answer. So hopefully that answers your question. In terms of relevant lines, the Genius result for knowledge base shows you relevant portions of the knowledge base. I wasn't able to fire off because it's machine learning driven, I wasn't able to like demo or fire off a knowledge base Genius result there, but that's how you get that there. Does AI search require any upkeep to retrain periodically? If you make any configuration changes, like I mentioned in the search sources or Genius results or stop words, you should republish. If you make changes to the search source, you need to re-index. So, and finally, if you make any changes to vocabulary sources of which some Genius results rely on, you'll have to retrain, or I'm sorry, resync those vocab sources. So there is some maintenance, but if you don't make any changes at all to the configuration, you probably don't. If you're using NLU, Diana asks, if you're still using NLU, do you still configure AI search and/or contextual search? Not for contextual search, but for AI search, Genius results may use NLU, and may because I believe there's a class of Genius results that do not. Then you do need to maintain that vocab source. I hope that's what you meant by that question. If you're using NLU to configure AI search. So yes, they are separate though. Like if you configure NLU, you still have to configure AI search. They're two separate products. What are some good tips for managing a good KP and catalog? Good question, Will. Just hygiene, essentially. Other co-panelists feel free to jump in, but from my experience, if a KB article on Internet Explorer 8 or a Windows XP may not be the best thing to leave up in there. A catalog item on travel during the 2020 Olympics may not be the best thing to have there. It's just having good juicy keywords in your knowledge base and catalog items. I'll say treat it like you're trying to search engine optimize for your items there. That'll help your our search engines regardless pick up on the items. Anonymous asks, if I wanted to include the FAQ topic as part of my greeting topic, would I also need to define the search app for that child topic? FAQ topic, the FAQ builder does not use search applications. That is all you need is a topic block in there. So it's much more straightforward to use than AI search. So those are two different search flows: AI search and FAQ topic, which all you needed was FAQ builder topic block. Donna asks, any tips on knowledge metadata tags to VA tags? Good question. I've seen that question before in community. I don't know what knowledge data tags are. I meant to look that up, but I'm not a knowledge expert, so I'm not sure what metadata tags are or how they're used. I will say for contextual search or Zing search, if they're using non-meta tags now, then they'll use it again in virtual agent. Joe asks, in your future sessions, can you show how to use virtual agent in Now Agent app? I can. Yeah, actually, that's actually that'll be a fast academy. So maybe I'll just record that as a separate video. If you attend, I think a mobile app academy, they might have shown that once or twice too as well. But yeah, I can do that later. Let's see. Joe asks, can we use the same maybe it might be the last question. Joe, can we use the same NLU model to use on search and VA to reduce the amount of work to do for translations if we have to use two models? You don't need an NLU, again, you don't need an NLU model for search. You'd only need it for Genius results and AI search. Okay, so that's different. There's no NLU model for search overall, except again for Genius results. I hope that clarifies. Whew, that was a lot of questions, but good questions. I like them. I wish I can do this. I I wish I had a pure Q&A academy, if folks let me. Okay, I think that's all the time we have for today. Again, thank you everyone for your time. Feel free to again to tell your friends and family about knowledge, or about, well, yes, knowledge and VA Academy. We will do this again in 2 weeks, 2 Tuesdays from now. Have a great rest of your afternoon and morning. Any follow-up questions? Again, there's community. I'll post this recording video within the week. I have to, because I'm going to community next week, and I will see you all later. Thank you. Bye.